So you've got a Baofeng UV82. It's a fantastic little radio, right? Super capable. But let's be honest, it has a couple of, well, let's call them quirks. Today, we're going to tame this thing. We're going to make it work for you, not against you. And all we need is Chirp, that awesome free software that lets you get under the hood of your radio.
I mean, come on, is this the most frustrating button in the world or what? You've been there, right? You're in a perfectly quiet spot, maybe trying to listen for something important, and you just barely bump the radio. And bam, suddenly you're an unwilling DJ blasting the local top 40 station for everyone to hear. That little orange call button has a hair trigger, and its favorite party trick is turning your radio into a boombox at the worst possible moment. Well, the good news is you are in complete control here. We can either get rid of these annoyances for good, or we can learn how to make them work for us. So let's just dive in and I'll walk you through exactly how to do it. Okay, first things first, let's solve what I like to call the accidental DJ problem. This is that exact moment we were talking about, when a simple bump turns you into a walking jukebox. It's not just annoying, it can be seriously disruptive, right when you need to be focused. And right here, you get to make a choice. There are two ways we can go. The first path is for those of you who are thinking, I never ever want to hear commercial radio on this thing again, period. The second path is for folks who are thinking, that feature could actually be useful if only I could control when it turns on. So you decide which route is best for you. All right, for everyone in camp number 1 who wants to banish that FM tuner forever, this is your solution. We're just going to switch the whole feature off right in the software. Simple as that. So, once you've got your radio plugged in and you've downloaded its current configuration into Chirp, you're just going to head over to the Settings tab. Look for Other Settings. Inside there, you'll see a little checkbox that says FM Radio Enable. Just uncheck it. That's it. Then upload the changes back to your radio. And just like that, poof, it's gone. That pesky orange button is now powerless. You can bump it, press it, whatever you want, and all you'll get is sweet, sweet silence. Problem completely solved. But hey, what if you're in the other camp? What if you don't want to get rid of the FM radio? You just want to use it on your own terms. Well, let's look at solution 2, how to tame the beast instead of slaying it. Okay, so here's the secret. It's all about how you press the button. A quick, deliberate press of that orange button turns the FM radio on or off. Easy. Once it's on, you can hit the star key and it'll scan for stations. But here, this is the really clever part that most people totally miss. Your radio is actually smart enough to prioritize what's important. It's a feature called Dual Watch Priority. And what it means is, you could be listening to the game or some music, but the second a transmission comes in on one of your program channels, the Baofeng instantly and automatically mutes the music so you can hear the call. As soon as that channel is clear, the music gently fades back in. See? It's not a bug. It's actually a pretty cool feature. All right. One problem down, one to go. Now let's talk about the second major annoyance, the alarm. Because if you hold that same orange button down for too long, it triggers this loud siren. And the way it's set up by default, well, it doesn't just make noise from your speaker. It actually transmits that siren over the air, which can be a huge problem. So out of the box, the alarm mode is set to tone. That means it broadcasts that awful siren to every single person on your frequency. It's basically the radio equivalent of pulling a fire alarm for no reason. It's just bad form. What you want to do is change it to sight. When it sets as sight, the siren only plays on your radio's local speaker. You still get the alert, but you don't disrupt everybody else. And here's the best part. You already know exactly how to do this. You're going to find the alarm mode setting in the exact same other settings menu inside Chirp. Yep, right where we found the FM radio option. So while you're in there, just find alarm mode and flip it from tone over to sight. And there you go. With just a couple of simple clicks, you've taken this radio from having some really frustrating default settings to being a device that operates exactly the way you want it to. It's your radio, and now it follows your rules. So let's just recap what we did. You now know how to completely kill the FM radio if you want to, or you know how to use its really slick dual watch feature like a pro. You've also stopped that alarm from being a public nuisance and turned it into a useful local alert. You've literally transformed your radio from something that was kind of annoying into a tool that's perfectly customized for you. Look, fixing these two things is really just scratching the surface of what you can do with Chirp. It opens up a whole universe of customization. So the question I'll leave you with is this. Now that you've got these defaults handled, what are you going to tweak next to make that radio truly your own?